Alright boys, should you summon on the Partytime Toshiro and Eisen banner? And honestly, I'm not sure. Like, I feel like there's plenty of value in the banner, but my issue stems from the fact that I feel like they could have did more. First off, we're missing Partytime Grimmjow over here, and they put Baragon instead. I'm guessing that they're going to try to sell these Espada killers as much as possible because people will actually might need them. Personally, I feel like for Espada week, you're doing it maybe 3 days out of... I mean, I guess it screws up 2 weeks of your run if you can't do any Espada week, which is unfortunate. And you screw it up for the guild too. I think that they're banking on manipulation tactics on trying to get you guys to summon for Espada killers. Personally, I would go against that. That urge to, oh, I need to clear this guild quest, just because you could just be saving your orders for a character that you genuinely actually want to play with. Abirama, for example, he's a side unit. He's okay. He's pretty good in standard, like, outside of GQ. But for the most part, you're only going to be really using him in GQ. And it's going to be the same for this Eisen, which is unfortunate. So, going into it, we do have this Eisen. He does have the exact same skills as Abirama, with a little bit of extra stuff. So, first off, he's a melee character. He has insta-kill on his special move, which Abirama does not have. He has a bruiser of 90% with a normal attack damage link of 30%, which is really, 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 really good. Espada killer, as a melee unit, he has melee damage plus 10%, 30% when he's in guild quest. Killer effect of 30%, plus 50% in guild quest. He has poise, sprinter plus 1, flurry plus 1, and I already talked about the bruiser. But he also has the power attribute Soul Reaper normal attack damage plus 20% that Abirama has for Tech Arankars. Now, he also has the weakened immunity, but since he is a melee unit, he is more prone to getting hit. To counteract that, Caleb actually gave him dodge Soul Reaper damage plus 50%, which is, in my opinion, going to help him a lot. And then he also has Guard Break just like Abirama. These skills, Guard Break, Weaken, Nad, Berserker, Bruiser, Flurry, Killer Effect, Melee Damage, Poise, and Sprinter. Everything here was given to Abirama as well. They literally share the exact same stuff. The only difference is that Eisen is melee and he has dodge Soul Reaper attacks by 50%, and he also has the insta-kill mechanic on his special. Going into his first strong attack, he has a 1k by 1k shotgun-like blast. Not a bad strong attack for a melee unit in my opinion. 575 AoE vortex around himself, which is pretty good. And then his third strong attack is going to be a standard full screen. Like I said, really good character. He'll probably be really good at autoing, but for the most part, guild quest is going to be his forte. Next, we do have Toshiro, Berserker 20%, no Havoc, which is unfortunate. Hollow Killer for Mind. The last Hollow Killers for Mind that are SP based are pretty much like Don Kanonji, Koga, and Tyr Halibel, Can't Fear Your Own World Canon version. Debilitator plus 5 seconds with freeze on everything. No increased status element chance, which is unfortunate in my opinion. Frenzy, Guard Break with the Berserker 20% is going to be really good in my opinion. I'm going to say in my opinion a lot just because a lot of people are calling these characters trash. I don't think that they're bad. I just don't think that they're how do I put it? I just don't think that they're optimal for what they want you to use these characters on. Heart Droplet drop plus 30%, Heart Link Stop Potions plus 5, weakened defense on his special move. So as a nuker, he can be very, very effective, especially in content like Epic Raids, because he has weakened defense and he has the debuff mechanic on his special move. Keep in mind, even if you miss with the special move, the debuff mechanic goes map wide, just like Freezer, Shackler, Immobilizer do. You can be across the map, completely miss all your attacks, and this debuff mechanic will still go through. Alright, so going into his innate skills, 100% chance to hit dodging hollow, so read, hollow, dodge. Recover 20% stamina. So the read, hollow, dodge is going to be good for floor 25 of the Hearts and Kaimon Tower that's currently out, just because Don Kanonji is a very, very limited unit. So I guess this is how they're going to try to sell him, this Toshiro. Sprinter plus 1. Going into his kit, he does have a 40% magnification for strong attack. Without Havoc, this is a very narrow attack, which is really unfortunate. Second strong attack, 800 AoE distant, and then third strong attack is a standard full screen third strong attack. If you remember Christmas Veruca, I believe she also has a Hollow Killer too, which actually makes her better than this character because she also has the Disabler against Hollow heart enemies. She has pretty much the exact same kit, except her first strong attack is at 18% magnification for strong attack, and his is a 40. Personally, I think the 40 is superior, but since if they both have killer and attribute advantage, Ruruka has a higher chance to freeze, which I think is pretty relevant. Alright, next, you also have to keep in mind that the arena Halibel banner is coming out if you want to actually summon on that. Personally, I think this is a skip, but it also gives you another option for a different power unit, especially if you're a new player in the game. Personally, I would not really recommend summoning on her banner. First step, that's it. Everything else after the first step is just bad value. Keep in mind, 50 orb multis are the best value banners in the entire game. Are the best value multis from a banner in the entire game. There we go. Next, Partytime Shuhei, NAD character. He's pretty much just used for guild quest, ranged, damage plus 30%. He is a good NAD character with Hollow Killer. Soul Reaper NAD 20%, Bruiser 30%, goes all the way up to 50% thanks to his link. Damage to slowed enemies plus 40%. He does have Shackler as well, which means that it's an AoE pulse of slow every 5 seconds with a 12% chance to slow. Flurry, Poise, Debilitator plus 5 seconds. Overall, he is a really good character because he also has dodge, hollow damage plus 50%, and freeze immunity. So he's good at guild quests. Like honestly, he's just good. He also hits really hard, which is good too. I don't think he's a bad character, but he didn't get guard break, and that really hurts him. Next, we have Gin. Personally, I love this Gin. I don't think he's OP. I just like his design. Strong attack damage minus 12%, no affiliation killer. Berserker 40%, Havoc 20%. He also has Sharpshooter, so he has guard break and nullify range resistance. Power attribute Soul Reaper damage to status ailment affected enemies plus 20%, which in my opinion, pretty useless unless you actually proc the status ailment, which is only 100% chance with a special move. He does not have Disabler, which is unfortunate, but that's why it's kind of weird that he got this. Power attribute Soul Reaper damage to status ailment affected enemies plus 20%. Damage to paralyzed enemies plus 20%, but he doesn't have he doesn't have a higher chance to proc his paralysis. Debilitator plus 5 seconds, Devastation 40%, Frenzy, Havoc, Berserker 40%, Sharpshooter. Really strong character when it pops off, but the thing is, since he doesn't have an increased status element chance, the damage to paralyzed enemies and the Soul Reaper damage to status element affected enemies kind of just goes down the toilet, which is really unfortunate. So paralysis on all of his attacks, revive mechanic. His first strong attack is going to be the 40% magnification that we were just talking about. Pretty damn good when it comes to if they have Havoc. If they don't have Havoc, this becomes way too narrow. Second strong attack is going to be a crawling vortex, which this is like the bane of everyone's existence, and this is why everyone calls him bad. Personally, I hate the strong attack. I think it's doo-doo. But the first strong attack and the third strong attack are really good. Third strong attack is going to be the 1170 AoE Distant. Third strong attack, if you've seen Arena Halibel's gameplay, that third strong attack, that entire radius of that thing, is literally this third strong attack. Really good. Overall, I think that he's just an okay character. I think he's completely playable. Whenever I see him, I'm like, oh cool, someone's using it again. Next, Baragon, melee damage plus 30% in Guild Quest. No poise, weaken defense on his special move with weakening on everything. Keep in mind though, unlike Rukia, he does not keep them weakened for very long, which is really unfortunate because that was kind of like the strategy back then. You always have a weakening unit to make sure that they have the potential of dying really quickly. But in hard GQ, they nerfed that, so you can only weaken them for like maybe a second or 2 seconds. So kind of unfortunate he's fallen off. Rukia, she's a pretty good character. Lunge for strong attack, AoE, vacuum, explosion, strong attack, same as Iron Yarrow, Camp for Your Own World version. Third strong attack is going to be a standard full screen third strong attack. Unlike Iron Yarrow though, she does actually have Havoc 20%, which is really good for her. Strong attack recharge minus 14% as a link. Soul Reaper killer. Berserker 20%, Havoc 20%, guard break, frenzy. For her innate skills, she did get fire and poison immunity. Still very weird options in my opinion. But honestly, I do like this Rukia. My issue with her honestly just stems from the fact that if you need a Heart Soul Reaper killer, why not just use Eisen unless you don't have Eisen? Eisen is a premium pool character, so you're bound to get him eventually if you're grinding the point events, if you are summoning when he comes out, etc. Like, if you're gonna aim for someone, probably aim for him. Next, Kukaku, Flurry +1, Bruiser of 20%, damage reduction link, Poise, Sprinter +2, Long Reach. She's honestly a pretty good NAD character, but she doesn't get guard break. For her immunities, she didn't get any immunities either. That's tough. Next, Orihime, no guard break either, which is unfortunate. Strong attack recharge link, but she does have a bruiser of 30%. She does have lacerate on all of her attacks. I don't believe she has lacerator. No innate skills either. Flurry +1, poise, enhancer +10 seconds, team booster. Keep in mind that the boost is a melee attack, which is really unfortunate for her Senkaimon stage, because like it actually is completely blocked by the enemies that have melee resistance. Damage to lacerate enemies +40%, guaranteed to lacerate with her special. So that's really important, because if you need to lacerate on a stick, you'll actually end up getting significantly more damage with your NAD, on top of getting the damage over time ticks. Last but not least, for this banner, we do have Nell, and Nell is actually a really good mind character. Her only issue is that she doesn't have Havoc. Like I feel like K-Lab just does this thing where they give everything to a character except the one thing that would make them really good, and then they just make one character that just has everything. Characters like Nini, characters like Eisen, characters like Noel, characters like Bruno, and it's really unfortunate for the other characters where you might have a favorite character and it's just one thing just kind of screws them up. And this stems from the fact that she does not have she doesn't have guard break, 2, she doesn't have Havoc. The guard break completely like optional, it's not really that big a deal. Not getting Havoc though as a seasonal limited unit, I don't know how I feel about that. Fire immunity -100%, so fire immunity, debilitator +5 seconds, berserker 20%, frenzy, increased status ailment chance against heart attribute soul reapers +10%. This is where she really derives her value. The fact that she can weaken on a stick as a mind character makes her really good. She has first strong attack lunge, a second strong attack lunge, and then on top of that, her third strong attack is going to be a standard full screen third strong attack. Pretty standard, to be honest, as a character, and without Havoc, it just really, in my opinion, kind of hurts her. Alright, and that's pretty much going to be the main banner that they're actually on. Next, you have to keep in mind that we are also getting the individual for Yoruichi, and here we have, obviously, Yoruichi, who's honestly one of the best characters in the game right now as a heart unit. So if you're looking into getting like someone like Rukia, you're probably better off going for Yoruichi, because she also has increased status ailment chance against mind attribute enemies in general. So if you use this character when you have attribute advantage, it's pretty much GG, because she's almost guaranteed to weaken with her attacks. Status ailment, spiritual pressure +80% makes her the strongest hitting character in the game, I believe. And then she also has berserker 40% with the full stamina damage boost 20%. Goes up to 45% if you want to actually do T15, which I highly recommend for this character, because she also has ailment reversal, which means that if you get hit, you heal yourself. You heal yourself for 20% of your health, and then you also have Team Party recovers 20% stamina in between runs, and she also has Marauder. This character, in my opinion, is incredibly nuts. I don't think she's better than Eisen, just because his kit does not allow her to be the best. But yeah, overall, really good character. 750 AoE distant, 870 AoE lunge, and then third strong attack is a standard full screen third strong attack. Yoruichi is nuts, so if you're looking into a heart character, she's probably gonna be your best bet, unless you're waiting for an Eisen banner to come out. Like I said, you should probably go for Eisen, but like the fact that this character is probably gonna be a lot more available, getting her 5 out of 5 might actually be easier than getting Eisen 5 out of 5 by the end of the year. I'm not talking about in this banner. Do not go deep in this banner. I would only really recommend like 5 steps at most. That's as much as I'm personally gonna do, as much as I want this character. Alright, and next, you also have Apache for a spot a week, team heal on her special, weaken defense on her special as well. Honestly, I still think you're probably better off using Captain Rukia, because Captain Rukia is probably just going to freeze the enemies, but if you don't have Rukia, a spot a week, in my opinion, is just toxic as hell. Next, we do have the GOAT Magoto. He's alright. That's all I'm going to say. He's alright. So Nina Shirayuki's dog water. Next, we have the individuals of Eisen. They literally put 3 premium pool characters on an individual for a seasonal unit. I don't like it. Obviously, Eisen is going to be the prize there. Ikaku is a consolation prize. I think Ikaku is really, really, really good. My only issue is that I think that he is put on fillers very often, so I think that he's relatively accessible nowadays. But if you need an Espada killer, this is not a bad individual banner, just considering that Stark has this in Kaimon stage. So if you are unfortunate enough to pull this piece of garbage, at the very least you have a use for him. A use, not good use, just a use. Then you have Shusuke, who's dog water, so yeah, that's pretty much that. Next, Toshiro's individual, and that's going to be with Sapporo, Christmas Rangaku, and Ginzuru. Sapporo literally is just a crystal jewel drop link of 17%. Honestly, there are better options nowadays, so I wouldn't really advise it, but you can give him coin drop and you can give him more crystal jewel drop, so making him a farmer. Definitely not a bad idea if you're willing to put in the effort to T20 him for the long term of the game. In the long term, if you're using this character in the point events, in droplet zone and stuff like that, you'll get your value back for the amount of investment you put into him. Next, we do have Ginzuru. He's okay, but like tech, I feel like it's gotten so many great units. You have Machine Society Nemu for Hollow, and you also have Kusaka and Art Book Ichigo for Soul Reaper Killer. Now while Ginzuru does have both, unfortunately Ginzuru does not have Havoc, and that actually hurts him quite a bit. So honestly, I don't really see the value in this banner all that much. If you like the Rangaku, go for the Rangaku. She has weakened defense and heal on her special move, and then damage to paralyzed enemies plus 20%. She's a SP based unit with Frenzy and Berserker 20%. For Espada Week, I think that you have a bit better options for melee. But if you do pull her, I mean, I guess she's usable if you have Captain Rukia to freeze the enemies. But I mean, it is what it is. Overall, I don't really think that this banner is worth hunting for. While Toshiro is good, you also have access to Spirits Are Forever with you Shunsui, Premium Pool Kisuke, which is incredibly, in my opinion, probably the best mind unit to use in a lot of content, just because he's a NAD character with barriers that hits incredibly hard. And then Eisen, Espada Killer. If you need Espada Killers because you don't want to let your guild down, you've probably been letting your guild down every now and then, and you probably let them down during melee week. Trust me, they understand. If you are a guild leader and are mad because someone can't clear melee Espada week or range Espada week, and you're mad at someone because they can't do that, that's messed up, because that's, in my opinion, Caleb's fault. Alright, but I'm gonna just leave it at that. You guys grind on, catch up with him, stay blessed. Personally, I'm gonna do 5 steps on this banner. I'm gonna buy the ticket just because if I don't have to spend orbs on this banner, I won't. I will be doing 1 step on the Arena Halibal banner, and I will probably do... which individual banner? I think it's the Eisen. No, I'm not even gonna summon on the Eisen individual banner. Oh, that's what. Where are you? Ah, here we go. I will be doing 5 steps on this banner as well. So I'll be doing 10 steps total. Well, I'll be doing 11 steps total. 5 on the Aizen Toshiro, 5 on Yoruichi, and then 1 for Arena Halibal. But I'm going to leave it there. Guys, grind on, catch up with him, and stay blessed. Like, comment, and subscribe if you're new. I do believe that this banner offers quite a bit of value for new players. If you're relatively new, I would say definitely toss in 5 steps, but if you're a veteran and you're already clearing all the content in the game and you don't necessarily need a melee Espada killer for 3 to 4 days of 1 week in guild quest every 5 weeks, I personally don't like Caleb selling these characters. As more Espada killers and Captain killers become more available, it should be fun. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it at that. Stay blessed, y'all. See y'all next time. Peace.